And they don't. They're not necessarily to get on the radio. It's not like these are the only. It's not like these are the only guys that have ever done this. No. Right. So no.
Dead in hip hop conversations.
Mike's in town. Dead
in hip hop conversations. I'm here with Night Wonder.
What's good, homie?
Peace to the A.
Dead in hip hop. Today on Dead End Hip Hop, B straight from the D, bring you the latest on the hip hop minute, and of course the infamous Dead End Hip Hop conversation. Keep it locked. Hip Hop Minute.
What up, though? This B coming at you with the Hip Hop Minute. If you haven't checked out Hope Wright, another one coming out the West Coast. West Coast is in the house. Believe in Hope Wright. If you haven't checked it out yet, please listen to it. Also, man, Jamla, man, Knife Wonder, they ain't playing out there with them artists, man. You had Big Remo dropping, you had Heather Victoria dropping, you had Sean Boog dropping a single. He got his joint coming out May 17th. And then you also got Rhapsody coming out. Thank Her Now. So check out for that. Cameron and Vito, Guns and Butter. For all my Cameron fans, if you wondering where he's at, check out Guns and Butter, that's hot. Self Scientific, that's hot too. He got a nice little mixtape coming out. Also, please, if you want to be on the show, via Skype, if you're out of town, Alabama, Idaho, Denver, via Skype, come check us out. We have you on the show, and you can choose a topic. So if you want us to talk about something, hit us up on our Gmail, deadandhiphop@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, follow me, the crew, everyone. Modest Media, shout out to Modest Media, man. He does a wonderful job, man. Holla at him at modestmedia@gmail.com too. Dead and Hip Hop.
Well, Tyler, it's about that time. I mean, you're a good kid, just misguided. I mean, so, is there anything else you want to say before we end this?
My father died the day I came out of my mother's hole and left the burden on my soul until I was old enough to understand that
I heard about him, I don't know, maybe a few months ago at lunch, and it was the same thing. It was a Yonkers video, and I watched it and I was like, all right, this is cool, but I wonder what the fuck else these guys have. Like, is this it? So I went back and I actually listened to everything they had. About two or 3 months ago, Haji Beats, Domo Genesis, Mike G, Mellow Man High, all those dudes.
I didn't know it's so many of them.
Yeah,
they even got a singer.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah, Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean is the one that's actually blowing up.
Yeah.
And people don't know also that Casey Veggies used to be part of the crew.
Okay.
And
that I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he told me about that. I had no clue.
If you listen to the first Odd Future tape, Casey Veggies is on that one.
You know what, man? These guys are really creative in what they do. It's dark.
It's dark. It's very dark and gothic.
But this shit is cool though. You know, I could fuck with it, but I can't always ride to it. But remember, I sent both of y'all a track that they have riding music, like shit that you could just listen to anytime.
Right, I think that's what people are missing. It's like everyone is putting them in a box automatically because of Yonkers.
Yeah,
and they're not all like that. It's really just, I mean, in my opinion, it's really just Tyler and Earl.
I think they're in a position where they need to do them, and then as they grow, I think that they'll find that median where maybe they could collab with some other people. I don't know. I don't want them to change though.
Well,
I definitely don't want them to change.
I think that's how they got that deal with.
But then you just say they got signed, a deal with Sony.
No. See, that was what was confusing because when we were on the phone, I think somebody said that they got signed to Sony. But that's not really what happened. What happened was they got a distribution deal through Red. But at the same time, it's like Red and Sony and they're like, look, we don't want nothing to change. We want you guys to do what y'all are doing. We're not going to interfere whatsoever. You guys have complete creative control over everything you do. This is the fucking people from Sony that are saying this shit. People need to think about that. These are kids that have achieved stuff that grown men have not achieved.
What can a corporation do with that and change it up?
Exactly, that's what I mean.
So they have to leave it alone. They have to say, yo, we'll give you a distribution deal, you can work through us, and that allows them to basically create their own label so they can continue to do what they are doing. So I think what people were saying is that the subject matter kind of is a problem, but I think it's only one or two.
One or two what?
That may teeter on the brink of that dark gothic.
One or two out the crew?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
In all honesty, about all the Odd Future shit, I don't necessarily love everything, but I don't hate anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, like I think for me personally, I want to hear them more go in because Tyler be going in. And I'm like,
He do.
holy
That's
shit.
that Bastards, man. That Bastard mixtape was growing on me, man.
When I heard the Bastard mixtape, I liked it immediately.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you why. It's because, you know, that kind of shit, that's what I would have done if I was a kid. If I had never gotten into a metal band, I would have done that shit. You know what I mean? I would have done that because, I mean, I never thought, when I was making music when I was younger, I never thought about being in a rapper. I just wanted to be, you know, crazy and offensive and all this shit, so I joined a metal band. They remind me of like a more updated like Gravediggers.
You think
Like,
so?
yeah, because I mean,
'Cause they
nobody
was dark.
since Gravediggers has really done that. Remember when that horrorcore shit was really hot, when like Gravediggers and Flatliners were doing that same shit? It was like it fell off and no one tried to do it
RZA
anymore.
was the perfect production for that sound,
So I
man,
think
because he
that's
was
why
dark
people are,
himself.
Like, labeling them like the new Wu, because I mean, who since Wu-Tang has had 35 motherfuckers running around, all of them doing music, and all of it's getting hot?
Would you let your kids listen to it though?
No.
You want to let your kid listen to the Wolfgang?
I feel bad listening to it sometimes. Shit, I would never let my kids listen to that shit.
I
Let
think,
me
and
ask
you know
you
what?
this. Let me ask you, you think they're going to push it towards like teenagers?
They
or-
can't. They don't even mark that
Okay.
way.
Personally, I think that, you know, just as a society, we have a responsibility to everybody that listens to music to let them understand that, hey, yeah, they're talking about all this shit that is potentially real in terms of rape, in terms of, you know, all of that, you know, crazy shit that they do. But at the same time, that's just music. That is a creative outlet for them.
But it has not been just music since 1985.
Since the
You know,
NWA
since we were
and
all
all that
kids,
stuff,
we
man.
were raised. I mean, let's be real. I had a great mother, but at the same time,
I
was looking for other, you know,
NWA and-
other
But
influences.
let me ask you
Kids
this.
are kids
Ice
are worse
Cube.
with that now. It's
I think
easier.
because it's so much easier for them to get to.
So much
And-
exposure because of the internet.
Yeah.
Because of the
It
internet.
seems like
and
it's
smartphones
just,
and all
taking
that.
a unnecessary chance. You know, letting your 10,
Okay,
11,
so-
12-year-old kid listen to Odd Future.
Okay, so with that being said, then, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so is Odd Future, you know, 17 to 20-year-old kids, you're saying they're making music for us grown-ass men
No,
then?
they're making it for themselves. They're
Yeah,
making
they
it
really
for,
are.
For people their age.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, y'all think that Odd Future's gonna win a Grammy, multiple Grammys? You think that
They could win a Grammy for like, wasn't there one for like Best New Artist, something like that? They could. I could see them winning
they could
that.
win one, yeah.
They're not, but they'll never be a household name.
Are they the future? Are they the future of hip hop?
No.
everything that they do is not the future of hip-hop. Hell no. But they definitely are spitters, and I think that it like I said, you know, I don't necessarily want them to change, but if they transition to that spitting shit, like I can't say that they are or they aren't.
They won't because they know what they're good at, and it's and to them, I think it's really about we say what the fuck we want to say.
I remember I always said, I always said
that
that an artist that wants to stay relevant has to progress. They have to progress. You can't stay. You can't stay in this motherfucking lane your whole career and think you're gonna win Grammys or be great. You're saying you gotta progress. There has to be a natural progression to an artist. And all I'm saying is, from the crazy dark gothic shit I heard to some of the hip hop shit, I'm like, whoa. He can't be there forever, even though that's the majority of his shit, because he's done a little bit. He gives you snippets. It's almost like when you draft somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see the potential, and it's like at times he gives it to you, and it's like, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
He hasn't given us that though. When have we ever heard Tyler do anything but "I'ma kill you, I'ma rape you"?
That's it.
Yeah. We haven't heard anything except for that. You know, but think about like when M first came out. We always bring it back to M. When M first came out, even though his album, he was talking about, you know, mushrooms and shit, but there was all kinds of shit on that album. He was covering all different lanes.
I think the future of Odd Future is in them as a group and their diversity, because I think they have so many different pieces and they have this label that they're creating. I think depending on who manages all of that, they can actually pick and choose who's going to be the commercial guy. Maybe Frank Ocean could be that guy.
Again, we gotta go back to, they've already built a fan base.
So that fan base,
it would be foolish for them to build this fan base on this, and then all of a sudden switch to this. It's stupid. They're gonna ride this. I hate to call it a gimmick, but you know, they're gonna ride this gimmick until it runs out.
So you think it is a gimmick?
I mean,
so,
I hate hold up. I hate to call it a
There
gimmick
you go.
only because
There you
with Lil B,
Bring
I
it
think
up.
it is a gimmick. With
Bring it
Tyler and them, I don't think it's a gimmick only because I think they really feel this way. Like these motherfuckers are really like
Crazy
ass
out
little
there.
kids.
But even to a certain degree, it is still a gimmick, though. Because
To me, I look at a gimmick like I'm jumping on this fad because I think this is hot. I don't think they jumped on a fad. I think this is their shit.
okay, so do you think it's good for hip hop? Because I think it is good for hip hop to a certain degree.
I
That
think what's good for hip hop?
this is our future. That what they're doing is good for hip hop. Does it contribute
In
to
what
hip hop?
way? In what way?
I
though?
think because it shows that. I think it shows that you can have diversity, and diversity can be exposed to
And appreciating hip hop.
yeah,
because
to
you appreciating hip hop.
Because
it doesn't have to be that shaking your ass, that cooking
'cause,
shit.
Personally, I think they're good for hip hop because it shows you the dark, twisted side of something.
We've already had
We've
this
seen that.
Yeah,
I think
I don't think
you
the
guys
best
are
doing
getting
it right now,
confused. I
though.
think you
No,
guys are getting confused because they're not. You guys are like, oh, it's really cool for hip hop because they're just showing that we don't have to have the ass shaking shit. No, that's got nothing to do with the ass shaking shit because these are completely different categories.
First of all,
no, let me finish. Hold up, shit. Look, the ass shaking shit is what's hot and what's on the radio. Tyler the Creator will never, ever, ever,
won't.
ever, ever be on the radio. So those two things have nothing to do with each other. These guys are not doing anything for hip hop in that respect. So you guys comparing it to the ass shaking shit means nothing.
No, but hold on. But hold on. I feel you. I didn't say that I'm comparing it to the ass shaking shit, right?
That's what y'all said. You said they're
That's
showing.
That's what I said.
Okay, that's what
you
Ken
said.
said.
That's what you
Ken
said.
said.
But
It's
at
not
the
a
end of-
direct comparison.
Yeah, it's not a direct
Raise that
comparison.
hand.
What we're saying is in the pantheon of hip hop, of what
Right.
hip hop is, you have ass shaking, and then you have
Right.
Tyler the Creator. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So I think that is good for the overall spectrum of hip hop to see
another
see
light like
the
that.
twisted side of it.
And it shows that it's not just about this one thing, man. But they're not necessarily to get on the radio. It's not
It's not like these are the only. It's not like these are the only guys that have ever done this.
Right. So no. You said it's not like that. I know that, but who talking about it?
But I'm gonna tell you right now.
Who talking about
You want me to tell you why
They're
people are
the
talking
hottest
about them? You want me to tell you why? Because they have, and I hate to always bring it back to this, but let's keep it fucking real. Who's their audience? There you fucking go. There is their audience. Their audience is nothing but gangs and gangs and gangs of white kids. Let's be fucking real about this.
And that's
You guys are
fine,
acting like,
though.
oh, this is great for hip hop. Get the fuck out of here.
Come on,
This
man.
has nothing to
Come
do
on,
with
man.
hip hop. Come
Yes,
on,
it does.
man.
Why not?
Be fucking real.
How come it doesn't?
Wu-Tang did not have a majority white audience.
All I'm saying
When
is
Wu-Tang
who's
came
talking
out,
about-
when Wu-Tang came out,
Give
when
me-
Wu-Tang came out, the majority of their audience was black folks. New York black folks, because they were the only ones doing that shit.
When you say concerts though, who you see
now, but
even-
back then, I would go as far as to say 80% of their audience is white. Look at any of their concerts, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to sound like I'm being like, bigoted or anything, but there's nothing wrong with that at all. But what I'm saying is, I think that is what Sony is seeing. Sony is looking out and seeing, oh my God, there's a huge white following.
He had a big white following. Wiz Khalifa.
Anybody can come out and they can have a huge black following and no one will care. You know why? Black folks don't buy fucking albums.
Nope.
Let's be fucking real about this. Black
that's
folks
a
don't
problem
buy
with hip-hop.
albums.
That's a
Okay
major
then,
problem
that
with
goes
hip-hop.
back to what I said. This is not doing anything for hip hop. This is just doing something for a bunch of kids. And I'm not taking anything away from them. Hold on. I'm not taking anything away from them. I think what they're doing is great. But this is not doing anything for hip hop.
So you think corporate is capitalizing on all of these artists that have the white fan now? So you think that's where corporate is heading?
It could be.
That's
There's
very
more
interesting.
money. I mean, let's be real. There's more money in white
All
kids.
I know is, and I was saying, I'm tired. I'm tired of Soulja Boys and all these other guys gaining that media exposure off of something that
You tired
probably.
of what? You wasn't tired of Lil B? You've been screaming bass God all week.
No, man.
You even said, you even commented, bass God. It's his bass God.